Just about. Good Monday morning, Reading Hornets. Welcome to September 11th. I hope everybody's in their classrooms ready for instruction to begin. Hope it was a tremendous weekend for you all. Mrs. Henry, Mr. Floyd, hope you guys had a great weekend.
It was a nice one. We enjoyed beautiful weather. It was a great weekend.
Yeah, indeed. Mr. Floyd, what do you got for us?
Well, we'll start off today. We're going to continue this beautiful streak of weather that we've had this last week. Going to be a high today of 73, mostly cloudy, but just overall going to be a nice day. We're going to keep enjoying these as we get them. And I think at some point, like we said last week, we'll probably get some of that weather come up from the south and eventually get us, but not nearly like what Florida's going through right now. We continue to think about them as they brace for the impact of the storm that started hitting them this weekend with Hurricane Irma. So if you've been watching the news, that's a very scary time for some of those residents. So we'll continue to be thinking about them during those times as well. Today, you'd mentioned, Mr. Bush, that today is September 11th. Today is coined the National Day of Service and Remembrance, going back to September 11, 2001. A lot of you were not born. Most of you were not born, except for us adults here in the building, so we remember it very well. But the National Day of Remembrance, think of this as a time where you can do something charitable or you can do something good for somebody else as an opportunity to remember and pay tribute to that time in our country's history. So think today, as you go through, what is something that you could maybe do for somebody else to contribute to this National Day of Remembrance for September 11th. So our joke today comes from James Hodge. What grade? Does anybody know James' class?
James Hodge, fourth grade.
James did put it. So James left me a joke, so we'll use James' joke this morning.
Fifth grade. James Hodge is in fifth grade.
Okay, so James.
I was picturing him.
Here we go. So here is James' joke that he wanted to share with us. What happens, Mr. Bush and Mrs. Henry, what happens when a toad, actually I just screwed this joke up. Screwed it up.
All right,
here we go.
I didn't either.
What happens when a frog parks illegally? I butchered this,
gosh,
James,
I
so
have
I'm
no
sorry.
idea.
What happens when a frog parks illegally?
Oh, I think I know.
Gosh, I don't know.
It gets towed. So, James, I'm sorry, I screwed that one up.
It's still funny.
It's still funny. My apologies on that one.
I really like it.
And our fun fact of the day that you've grown to love and appreciate so much,
I can't wait.
before I pass it on to Mrs. Henry. Many of you are too young, but some of you at some point will have one of these, a cell phone. A cell phone, on average, has 10 times the amount of germs and bacteria on it than the average toilet seat. So if you were to look at the surface of a phone, it's 10 times dirtier than a toilet seat.
Really?
So think about that next time you put it to your face.
Do like 50% of your facts have to be about a toilet seat?
It's just toilet seats are interesting, and it helps you remember that.
Much more than I knew.
That's
I mean,
right.
they really are.
Interesting.
You will never forget that fact. Next time you use a public phone.
Like, oh.
Should I put one of those little tissues over the top of it?
You could. I have seen some people that wipe down their cell phone frequently with a antibacterial wipe. Not a bad practice. So.
Hey,
never done
quick follow up to one of last week's fun facts. One of last week's, you guys won't be able to see this very well. I'll bring it up here for you guys to see.
Oh, that's our.
One of last week's fun facts was it was the 250th day of the calendar year. I challenged you guys to come up with 250 over 365 and reduced into its lowest terms. And our fourth graders in Mrs. Beaver's class, they reduced this fraction to 50 over 73. That's 50 73rds. So that's impressive work by Mrs. Beaver's class. They received a little candy treat for their efforts. So when we tell you that we're challenging you to something on the morning announcements, we mean it,
We're
folks.
serious.
We follow through with what we say on these morning announcements.
I think
So
we should have more challenges.
there will be more challenges in
New
the future.
segment. New segment.
Yeah, in the future. In the future. What's for lunch today, Mrs. Henry? Or birthdays,
Oh,
whichever you're
well,
ready for.
I'm hungry. Let's talk about lunch. Chicken smackers, goldfish crackers. I like that.
Oh,
Golden corn,
Sweet.
veggie choice, assorted fruits. Sounds good.
What can go wrong with lunch when it rhymes?
That's right.
And for
Mr. Floyd, do you have a
For
copy?
breakfast, they had donut holes. So it's disappointing I didn't make it down there. Okay.
Okay.
Birthdays today. Gracie Bogart from Mrs. Claycamp's class. So happy birthday, Gracie. And we're going to have another little addition, staff birthdays.
Oh,
So we missed Ashley Murphy over the weekend, Mrs. Murphy.
happy birthday, Mrs. Murphy.
And we missed Kristen Bear, Mrs. Bear, last week.
Happy
So a
birthday,
couple
Mrs. Bear.
late happy birthdays.
Happy birthday, Gracie.
New addition.
Gracie's
Yeah.
birthday.
All right.
And teachers
That's all I got.
celebrating their 29th birthdays.
That's right. All of them.
Okay.
Hopping Hornets tonight, is that right?
Hopping
Is
Hornets
it the
launches
first night?
launches tonight.
That's exciting.
You know what else launches today? FIT
Oh,
officially
that's
begins
exciting.
today. This is a big, big deal. Looking forward to seeing you guys rotating to your different rooms and working really hard on growing each child today. One major change in FIT, fifth grade, they're bumping up their special times by 5 minutes to accommodate their FIT. That begins today. So when fourth and fifth grade, when you guys are making a change in specials today, just know that fifth grade's going to be there waiting for you as you transition out of your specials to accommodate their FIT time. Okay, so let's make it a great day. Happy FIT Day. We celebrate our country today on Patriot Day. And let's say our writing motto together. I am respectful. I am responsible. I am a writing leader. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. It's a great day to be a Hornet.